All right, everybody should be on math boxes, which is on page 219 for lesson 6-11. So the first question is asking you to multiply 37 times 20. Now you could do this one of two ways. I'm actually going to move my work over here so you guys can see it. 37 times 20, because they never give you enough room on these math boxes. So I'm going to do it the traditional way first. So 0 times 7 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Now, once you move over to that tens place, you have to put in that placeholder. 2 times 7 is 14. Put the 4, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and you add, and you get 740, which is the answer for D. You also could have done this by doing 37 times 2, which is 2 times 7 is 14, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1, so you get 74, and then do 74 times 10 for that 0, and you get 740. So you could do it one of two ways. Okay, number 2, a flower shop sells bouquets of daisies. Each bouquet has 8 daisies. The shop has 92 daisies. How many bouquets can the florist make? So they're asking you for a number model with the unknown. We know that if he has 92 daisies, the florist, divided by 8 daisies in a bouquet, will give you the number of bouquets that he is able to make. Now you could solve this with partial quotient. You can draw a picture, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to solve it. He can make 11 bouquets, but he's going to have some left over because 92 is not a multiple of 8. So 92 divided by 8 will give you 11 with 4 daisies remaining. Okay, 3. Put these numbers in order from smallest to largest. So let's look at A. We have 7 hundredths, 79 hundredths, 7 tenths, and 74 hundredths. So the only thing that I would do to help you is I would just put 70 like that. So then you only need to focus on the decimal. So I know that 7 hundredths is the smallest. The next smallest is 7 tenths. The next smallest would be 74, so 74 hundredths. The next biggest, and then the biggest would be 79 hundredths. If you just focused, if you ignored the whole number and you just looked at the numbers here, 7 is smaller than 70, 70 is smaller than 74, and 74 is smaller than 79. Let's look at B. 2 tenths, 2 and 0 tenths, 22 hundredths, and 19 hundredths. So remember, only focus, for the ones that have no whole numbers, only focus on those decimal numbers, except for the one that is 2, because automatically that's going to be your biggest because it has a whole number. So the smallest number that we have here is probably 19. So 0 and 19 hundredths. And then 2 tenths, because remember, this is also equal to 20 hundredths. And then 22 hundredths. And then 2 and 0 hundredths. Okay, C. Now you have some whole numbers mixed in here, just like we did in the last one. If it's a 0 whole number, you can only focus on the decimal place. So the smallest one is 0 and 0 hundredths, and then 0 and 5 tenths. So I use this one and this one. 0 and 55 hundredths. And finally, the largest is 5 and 0 hundredths. Okay, let's look at the next one. I'm going to highlight either the whole number or the decimal point. I automatically know if there's a whole number, it's probably the biggest. So let's look. We have 3, 33, and 28. I'm sorry, but this would equal actually 30. So 30, 33, and 28. I know that 28 is the smallest number, so 0 and 28 hundredths. And then 0 and 30 hundredths, or 3 tenths. And 0 and 33 hundredths. Okay, F. If you guys want to kind of look at how to use a protractor or to create one at home, I know there's a ton of videos of how to create a protractor on YouTube, but also check out this student reference book pages to help you. So I'm just going to give you the answer since I don't have a protractor on my computer screen to do it. But you could answer this first question. Angle EDF. Is that angle acute or obtuse? So remember, acute is less than 90 degrees, and obtuse is greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. And I know this is acute. It is less than 90 degrees. And if I took a protractor and I measured this angle, I would get 80 degrees. So it's really close to that 90, but not quite there. Okay, writing and reasoning. Draw a diagram or picture to show how you solved problem 2. Be sure to label your work and explain what a remainder means. Okay, so you could do this a few different ways. I'm going to move up. Now we know that there's 11 bouquets. So I'm going to draw 11 squares. And I know that each of these squares, each of these bouquets, has 8 daisies in them. So this is 11 bouquets of daisies, which equals a total of 88 daisies altogether. Now remember, he has 92 daisies, so minus 88. 12 minus 8 is 4. So he has 4 daisies left over that he can't put in a bouquet because it's not enough. He needs to have 8. So he would need 4 more. So this shows that it's 11 bouquets with a remainder of 4 daisies. All right, guys, see you tomorrow for the next lesson.